because they distinctive and
5. Let me make sure that we are. Yes, we are.
So yeah, clearly the first question's got to be about the switch from McLaren.
I think both sides, it was very mutual. You know, at the end when we decided to part ways, I think both they and us weren't getting out of the partnership what we both wanted.
I remember that from the All Access. It was so close. Like even when you were on the entry list, you had said like, it's likely not going to happen.
Like a random Tuesday night, I was walking the dog and I got a phone call from a number I didn't have saved in my phone. I ignored it. And, you know, sure enough, I get a text, "Hey Steve, it's Eric from Lamborghini. It's my new number. Can we have a call?"
Do everything normal. Yeah. I stand to left front. Yeah, we sort everything out, and then I'll get it.
Phones on silent, please. Phones on silent. Quiet on set. First positions. Roll. Speed sound.
1, turn in. 10 seconds. Clear one. Rolling green. Driver change about 16 seconds. Boston red line. Fuel, tires, driver change, engine on.
We were really not going to be racing, so I told everyone to go find work, and unfortunately lost a lot of great people in that. And then when Lamborghini called, it was exciting for sure. It was late. I think everyone could admit that it was a bit late.
Look, you know, if I was gonna make a plan for assembling a race team and having a fully fledged effort to attack not just the 2025 Rolex 24 Daytona, but the entire IMSA Championship, would I have my brand new car arriving to the shop for the first time on December 16th? No. Nathan, that's not what I would do.
The team gets the car on December 16th. They've never seen it, they're not used to working on it, and now you've got the holidays, Christmas, New Year, people need to see their families.
Countless 12-hour days, even overnighters.
The challenge of motorsport is that there is no 1, 2, 3, or even 4 things that make it good or easy. Everything has to work perfectly, and then you have to be lucky.
Did you hear that?
Hold on. Go again.
Any pushing?
No, nothing.
Getting a car late was really the biggest challenge for us.
The first time you work on that car, the first time you see it, you're gonna be slower to go through it because you just don't know all the little tricks.
Pfaff Motorsports as a whole is it's a fairly small group of guys for the program we've got going on right now, which, I mean, you know, again, to finish podium or be like top 5 and to have such a small group is pretty good.
Literally, the last night we packed up, we left the shop here at 4 or 4:30 in the morning.
It's pretty cool that we can make all this happen with the crew that we've got.
Kudos to Lamborghini for sending people in on their holidays to open up the parts department in Michigan to ensure we could get the parts we needed. A lot of the vendors, you know, within the IMSA paddock, CMS, and there was, you know, Bosch, a lot of them made themselves available knowing how tight our timeline was because they wanted to see us on the grid.
The longer you work in this sport, you realize success, yeah, it comes from a car, it comes from sort of the performance or the engineering, but it really comes down to the actual people in it.
2, 1, go.
Go through the motion.
Okay.
So that way we're taking the wheel off, we're just...
I'll just pretend I'm taking the rest off and just walk to the
just
front.
choreography.
You gotta switch it.
Tightens to the back, right?
You got lost. Everything just went to...
If you look at a successful team, you know, it comes down to the men and women working on the car, the people that are making the strategic decisions, the engineering decisions, but even the staff sort of back in the support office to make sure that everything logistically works. A race team is a small business. So to have that and then have to head off to Daytona Beach for 12 days to run the biggest race of the year, yeah, that's not an easy task, and it's really difficult to explain how you start basically behind the 8 ball.
The IMSA WeatherTech SportsCar Championship features what's called multi-class racing.
It's so much followed and so successful because every race it's really eventful.
There's 2 prototype classes, so the GTP class, which is predominantly factories, but there are some privateers. LMP2 category features Pro-Am driver lineups, so a professional driver is paired with an amateur driver. And then there's 2 GT classes on track at the same time as well. So the GTD Pro and GTD classes, they're the exact same cars, same tire. The only difference is the driver lineup. So the GTD Pro class features all pro driver lineups, and factories are permitted to race. So you'll see us competing against likes of Ford, General Motors, BMW. So these are factory, supported programs.
Multi-category racing with different speed. There is always a bit of risk out there. Every lap is never in clear. It's always in traffic, and I think that's what makes it special.
Daytona 24, like being a young kid always at home, it was the thing that I used to watch, stay up all night. I don't know, it's probably where the bug bit like early on, and I was like, one day I always said to my dad, I was like, one day I'm gonna own a Rolex, it's gonna be a Daytona, and it's gonna be because I won it.
It's definitely my favorite race of the calendar. I have a lot of good memories here.
Honestly, it's of course about the result, because I'm not obsessive, but I want to win.
Garage is closed at 8:45, and we gotta leave. So we will try to be as done as possible, put the car in tech in the morning, and take it from there.
We just stayed late as we possibly could right before the race to get everything done on the car. We get it done. Yeah, we get it done. I'm tired.
Because everyone's gonna have to like Uber Eats stuff for dinner. I don't know what to do otherwise.
5 minutes away is Chipotle.
Oh, what?
The Chipotle?
What? But over near the water. Though, that's not...
Oh, Chipotle. Yeah, okay. It's like
Chipotle it is. Chipotle it is.
2 minutes walk.
Okay, so I can do Chipotle instead of pizza, right?
Chipotle talk? It's okay.
Down to your top 5 starters in GTD Pro, rolling off 29th on the grid, 5th in class, representing Pfaff Motorsports in the Lamborghini Huracán GT3 EVO2. Give it up for car number 9, Andrea Caldarelli, Jordan Pepper, Marco McNelly, and James Hitchcliffe.
The feeling, it's tough to feel confident going into a 24-hour race when everything came together so late. Lamborghini themselves were able to give us a ton of information to help us prepare for a 24-hour race, our first 24-hour race with their car mechanically.
I think FP1, FP2, we were really quick. We were P1 or P2 almost every session.
In the sunshine, just off the Daytona Beach coastline, the green flag is in the air for 2025 and the start of the IMSA WeatherTech SportsCar Championship.
We grabbed the lead early on, which is something we had discussed and wanting to be able to control the pace of the race.
Push hard, maximum pace.
I think pace-wise, I think we had a good car. I think we had the pace to win the race.
Box this lap, driver change, full energy, and tires. Stop.
The pace was there and the balance was there right out of the gate.
Maximum pace.
Here in the 24 hours of Daytona, you never know. You can end up winning the races being not the quickest car, or you can end up losing the races being the quickest car. So it's kind of a question mark.
Come on, sake, guys, seriously. What the f? Yeah, they call us. First. I'm sorry, man.
was looking in my left mirror because there was a Ford there. As I looked forward, I saw the mess hit the brakes. And there was a heat coming back, so I had to go right. The BMW was going slow. I'm sorry, it's not an excuse.
No, don't be. It's not. It's facts.
So yeah, we were doing everything we needed to, and unfortunately there was an accident ahead of us that Jordan just had nowhere to go and got collected in someone else's mess, which unfortunately resulted in us not finishing our first 24-hour with Lamborghini.
It sucks for sure. You know, putting all that time and effort into it, going out and then, you know, anticipate racing for 24 hours and only race for 9 or however many hours it was. Yeah, that's a bummer.
There's only so much you can control compared to everyone else out there, like the 40, 50 other cars on track with you, all doing the same thing. Sometimes the ball rolls your way, you get the luck, and it goes your way. And then other times you get caught out.
So we're not going to go back down entirely now. We had a car that could win. It's pretty cool about it.
Yeah, let's get
For all your hard work. It was crazy months leading into this. Not the way I kind of dreamed it ending. I mean, I swore we were going to win this thing. It's all good. But let's get ready for Sebring. We got something really special here. I really believe in us.
Up to, no. He said no. Honestly, I speak better in English than in Italian. Yeah, so round 1, Daytona was not the way we wanted to finish. Then we went to Sebring. Sebring was,
you know, Sebring was
Sebring kind of sucked, I'm not gonna lie.
You know, with pace, we weren't great. We were midfield at best.
Part of telling the story is the good with the bad, and I would definitely say Sebring fit in the bad.
It was a bit, I have to say, probably one of the hardest weekends I've ever done.
This one's the same at the end on both sides.
But if it's like this, then fixing the lights, the external lights, supplementary lights. They were not pointing the right way, so we couldn't see really much.
Winning takes a lot, it really does. And honestly, you need a little bit of luck.
The Pfaff Motorsports Lamborghini Huracán #9, Andrea Caldarelli.
Have a good one, boys. Have a good one.
And James Swift.
We go green, we're good, and I think we, for a solid 4.5 minutes, felt like maybe we could be a good team and a good car at Sebring, and that all came to a crashing end. So within the first few minutes, all of a sudden we noticed that our car is really fast, but we are not getting torque sensor data on the rear of the car. New for 2025 in IMSA, we now have to run these sensors on our rear axles that tell IMSA just how much power the cars are putting out. It's a regulatory thing, and our sensors weren't working, and that is illegal in the series, and that has to be fixed right away.
Put a new sensor, get the car fixed, get it sent out again, and obviously by this time I believe we were out, what, 4 to 5 laps down?
Part of the deal, everybody has to play by the same rules, so it is what it is.
The torque sensors are a sealed system that come from a specified vendor through IMSA. It's unfortunately not something we have control over.
I think Daytona and Sebring both were hard to take because at the end of the day, I think both of the races were kind of out of our control.
The silly mechanical failures that really was nobody's fault, just like having a torque sensor wire go bad, like, you know, how do you even stop that? How do you prevent that from happening? You don't, it's one of those things that happen.
So I think going to Laguna was kind of like, okay, we have to get something, like we can't afford this again.
You know, there's a lot of time that goes into preparing a race car. It really comes down to ultimately preparation.
Leave this all on it. It's all clean.
You know, Corey and the rest of the team of, you know, mechanics believe in that as well. So they're not afraid to put that work in and prepare themselves so that if and when things happen that we're not ready for, we're that much more equipped to react in a timely manner.
Open. Close. They were clean for me the whole time.
When you get that vibe, I think that's when you have a successful team.
Let's get this thing out of here.
What do you want me to do with this thing? It's going to your light, you stupid. That's why.
That's what I noticed.
What do you want me to leave it on? I can't.
Get it on the paper.
Put it down the bed. Relax, bro. You drive, I bug, okay?
Get out of my van. I knocked that right off.
Go your walk.
Laguna Seca, really cool track. Love that place. Probably one of my favorite tracks, if not my favorite track on the calendar.
At this point in time, who knows where the year is going, but if we were going to look at a turnaround point for the season, Laguna Seca would be it.
Qualifying, we weren't super strong. I believe we started P6 or P5, somewhere around there.
We raced really hard and clean, and we came home with a 4th place finish, which, ultimately that was what we felt the maximum was for where we were at that early in the season.
It really brought my confidence up, and I think the whole team's confidence up.
The first sign I felt that we had something really special was at Daytona. When we crashed out of the race, nobody wants to crash out of the race, but I felt that everyone lifted themselves up. We packed up fairly quickly post-race, and everyone knew that we had something really special.
When I joined Pfaff, one of the first things I got was sort of a starter pack of documents, and it's the normal thing of just sort of hiring policies and stuff like that. But there was an entire document about team culture.
You see how much you get away with? Yeah.
Just like, can't use anything.
Just put some music on it.
What are you gonna use?
And I've worked for way too many teams, and I've never seen anything like that before. And that's instantly why I knew this team was going to be a good fit, because to literally get a 2-page document that states everything about the kind of the attitude that this team requires, the philosophy, the way we approach each other, the way we support each other, that's not something that you normally see in a literal written document. And I think when you look at the team's history, the longevity of many of the people here, the attitude when you first walk in, it's a direct reflection of that philosophy.
You know what I missed? Good team. Good team. But it's a bit too hot for the. I mean, I have to be honest. It's really nice environment. Like it's like everyone respectful for each other. I think that's really important for a team to make a result.
Just getting our first good result of the season, a good solid result, was like the first step in the right direction, and it carried over to Detroit as well. And I think it was also like just everyone started gelling together a lot more.
I know it's been like a weird weekend. You guys have been awesome. I'm not gonna lie, you guys have been awesome this weekend. I feel good. I know what it is. I feel good about this one. So the bird didn't work out yesterday on the car, but I think it's coming today. It matters. So I got a good feeling about this one, guys. It should be all right. So let's just do what we do, and you guys can do it. So thank you.
Yeah, the qualifying didn't go our way with the red flag.
There was a red flag in the middle of like a qualifying, so we didn't even put a lap together.
It was not easy because we had no data, no nothing, because this car, the Huracán, never drove there. So everything we did setup-wise on a baseline was never tested. We also choose a way that is kind of uncommon for this car to make it fit for this special street course where it's like a lot of stop and go.
Safety car lights are up. They're going to go green at this time.
A lot can happen at Detroit. A little mistake can cost you not even starting the race.
I mean, you definitely don't leave a track like Detroit expecting all four corners to be perfectly intact on the car.
There is no room for error. There's no room for mistakes.
We raced really hard, we raced clean pit stop. I felt we did everything right. We were able to capture our first podium.
Finishing P3, it felt like a little win to us because we're on the podium. We haven't been on the podium since last year.
Finishing Detroit on a solid P3, my first ever IMSA podium also, was a very good moment.
Showing the other teams that, what we're capable of really defines, look, we're still here to fight, and we're gonna be competitive all year.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
I don't know what changed, but we are super fast.
We had pace the whole weekend. Friday was good. Saturday FP2 was good.
Credit to our fellow Lamborghini teams that were testing there that helped us get a bit of a jump start.
Was good in terms of qualifying. I put it on pole.
Starting on pole for the first time since 2023. I think a lot of us were having high hopes for the race.
What is it? The last time we got pole position was Indy in 2023.
It's like the old days a little bit.
Race I started, and it was quite good. We were leading.
Winning a race means everything has to be in check.
So we were leading early on. Andrea had a fantastic first stint, and then
rain. It was a bit of a crazy weather.
I rejoined onto my first stint on wet tyres. It was super wet, lost a couple of places, but after that the pace was good and we were battling inside the top 3.
Weather always plays a factor at Watkins Glen, so you never want to get too excited.
Should I try power cycle? They're gonna jump at you with a tow truck.
They're rare, but we had a mechanical error, which unfortunately was self-inflicted.
Once they tow you, and once you get going, we're gonna go to the garage and get this electrical problem repaired.
Yeah, that's a bummer. It sucks, but that is motorsport.
It's coming back to life as it's like rebooting as the engine's on.
I do love that race. I love that track, CTMP.
To make it even better, it's a home race for the team.
So, if I heard correctly, you're going to get a new car from Lambo.
Oh my God, man.
Body by Marv. Right here.
What's this, Tim? Oh my God, you got.
Ciao mamma.
Ciao.